Hi, my name is Gina Liberty, and this is Perimenopausal Chats. And this series is going to actually be more of like a storyline of from where I started seeing anything about weight issues, any image issues, all of that, when it started, kind of my journey along weight, period. Because I am a weight loss coach, and I know it's more than just perimenopause weight. That's a little bit different. I've been dealing with weight issues for not my entire life. I don't think it's my entire life. And so I just kind of wanted to go through that, and I wanted to make this like a 5-part series so you don't get overwhelmed by all the things and long videos, and it's just not fun to go through. So anyway, if you've dealt with weight issues for your entire life, then or if you just want to know a little bit more about me and why I'm here, why I'm doing this, my journey to becoming a weight loss coach, my journey to being able to lose 45 plus pounds during perimenopause, and just kind of my journey, period. So if you are still here, thank you so much. I would love to get your thoughts. If anything resonates with you, please comment on the videos, because I would love to start a conversation. I want to know your story. I don't like to talk about myself, but I feel like it's a way to relate to other women who have been through what I have been through and are still stuck in certain things, or feeling like you're alone, or that your body's broken, or that you're crazy, or whatever the case may be that your brain is telling you. I just kind of want to let you know, reassure you that you're definitely not alone. And there are other women out there who deal with some of the same things that you deal with right now, or have dealt with, and that have shaped you into the person you are now. I do remember my father calling me chunky chicken. When I was younger, it had to be pre-12 years old. That's pretty much the only thing. I don't remember much of my childhood, so there must be something there, but that's a whole different ballgame. After that, I remember my parents got divorced. I went to live with my dad, and I got into high school, and I remember times where I didn't eat. Not because I didn't want to, not because I had poor body image, not because I wanted to lose weight, but because I was a busy teenage girl. I was busy partying. I was busy with friends. I was busy driving my car around. I didn't care. I just didn't take the time to eat. So I didn't really think about it then. So I got pregnant when I was 23, I believe. And I remember thinking that I was eating for two. That was one of the things I saw back then, way back when. Don't worry about what you're eating. You're eating for two. You can worry about that after you have the baby, blah, blah, blah. Well, I listened to that, and guess what? I gained 50 pounds. 50 pounds. I was almost 200 pounds. It was a shocker. I knew I was pregnant, but I also knew that babies come out anywhere from like 5 pounds to 9 pounds, and I had gained 50 pounds. So after that, being in early 20s, I was able to, what do you think? Eat less, move more. Did it work? Yes, absolutely it worked. Because when you're young like that, your metabolism is going and it's working just fine. And that stuff worked. And I, right off the bat, I lost 30, of course. And so then I had 20 extra, right? And so I lost that, no problem. I then unexpectedly got pregnant with my second child. And I was, 25. And I had just gotten to a good place, thought I was in a good place body-wise. And then I got pregnant and I gained 35 pounds. So that was pretty much normal. 25 to 35, I think, is normal, or healthy, I should say. I did the same thing. I ate less and moved more after I got done nursing, and that seemed to work just fine. And so let me see, after that, I mean, I didn't really think much of anything. I knew that I was overweight, and then I saw pictures and I could tell I was overweight. And then I started thinking about it more often at that point, because I felt like I lost myself. You have a child and look what happened to your body. It doesn't feel like your body anymore, right? Like, whose body is this? I mean, and that's funny and ironic because you think of that later on in life as well. But anyway, my point is, I wasn't obsessed with weight from a very early age. I didn't really pay attention to it until I gained a lot of weight when I got pregnant. And the body changes, right? The composition changes. And so I think that's when my wheels started turning. And then you look at all the media and it tells you woman has to look like this. Or you see a movie star who just had a kid and she looks amazing, like what seems to be the next day, right? And not thinking that, Gina, she's got a personal trainer. She's got a personal chef. She's got a babysitter. She's got, all these things to help her to overcome these things. And I do not, right? I do not. I am a normal person who is just trying to live her life and have children. So I remember seeing photos of myself and starting to get a little judgy of myself. And that doesn't feel good, right? You start picking yourself apart. And I'm glad it didn't start earlier than that. But I started picking myself apart. And I think my body image took a very hard blow after 2 pregnancies and media. And I don't think I realized that until later. I wouldn't take the photos. Like, I would take photos of the kids, but I didn't want to be in them. I would only wear certain clothes thinking I was covering myself up, but in fact, I was making it look worse, right? That's where I think my love of black came to. I still love black to this day, and I will wear it. I will wear all black. I don't care. I love it. I think it's classic. I think it is slimming. And maybe that's part of the mentality that I need to still overcome, but not right now. Not right now. I just like it. I like it. I think it looks best. I am throwing in some color now. That's beside the point. I'm saying is I didn't want to be in the pictures. I didn't want to get dressed because nothing seemed to fit right? And I was just in this constant pattern of worrying about what I look like, what I was going to wear, what I was going to eat, what I was going to how I was going to exercise, all of this stuff. And it was very mentally exhausting as well. So that is where I'm going to stop for today's video, because it's just a small beginning of my story. And I kind of wanted to touch base on where I started thinking about weight. And I would love to know from you if it started for you early on. Do you remember? Do you have a childhood memory? Do you have a teenage memory? Do you have a young adult memory? What is your first memory of weight, of where you started thinking about weight, worrying about weight, body image issues, like not wanting to take pictures, not wanting to get in a swimsuit? Whatever the case may be, I would love to hear in the comments what your first weight memory is. And if you want to hear the next part of my story, just tune in, follow me, and tune in next week, and I will send out part 2 of this series. So remember, something is always better than nothing. Chat soon.